Hello. Oh, it's a bad hair day here. How you doing? I want to talk about anxiety. How to get rid of it once and for all. How do you get rid of it? You can listen to an anxiety paraliminal by you can listen to it on this app, Mindtrx, Mindtrx. Talk about it all the time. So if you're worried about your health or your job, probably a lot of people out there worried about their job, right? Um, Maybe somebody else's health or maybe somebody else's well-being, like your kids, or you're just worried about the economy. You're just worried, right? You go to bed worried, you wake up worried, you're just worried about what's going to happen to your income, your health, the weather, whatever it is. Or let's say you got to do something in the future. You've got to talk to somebody you really haven't ever talked to before. You have to, um, I don't know. You have to create something, right? You're working on in your business, and you have to create something different. Um, you're probably bringing up, not probably, you are bringing up things from your past, more than likely. Failures you perceive you had, right? And you notice I said perceived, right? Failures you felt like you had, things that didn't work out. Most of us, when we have something to do that's out, where they always talk about out of your comfort zone, you wouldn't be normal if you didn't bring up stuff from your past, because that's what you base your future on, right? That's just because you're a human being and you don't know what else to do. In spite of everything you might have done to change that, you have these loops in your head. We all do. You would be no different. Just hold on just for a second. Um, so you have loops in your head and you just keep perpetuating them, right? Trying to do something different, but basing your current thoughts and your current actions to create something in the future based on your past. So what do? You create new pathways in your brain. You remember when you were successful at something, anything, doesn't matter what it is, anything. You know, when I do this exercise, I'm remembering things that I completely forgot. Completely forgot. When one of my daughters was 2, I started making cookies and selling cookies. This was like over 30 years ago. And I was pretty successful at it. Granted, I did it out of my home. This is before lots of regulations, more than 30 years ago. I got some great clients out of it. They seemed to be happy. I liked what I was doing. My daughter was 2 at the time. She's, well, more than even 30 years of that, right? Older than that. In other words, she's older than 32. But the point is, I didn't stop because I didn't like doing it. I stopped because some woman found out what I was doing. I was successful at it and called me and told me she was going to turn me into the authorities because I shouldn't be doing, I don't know, she was selling bagels. I was selling cookies. Well, I was scared enough and stupid enough, and I stopped. And looking back over I loved it. I was successful at it. My parents were helping me. They would send me cookbooks and tins. I would put things in tins. Here's my point. Looking back over the many years of my life, I stopped doing a lot of things that I liked doing because someone was felt like I was infringing on their territory, and I really wasn't. But I, was scared. I didn't know enough. So I was basing my actions on what somebody else said they were going to do to me, right? So I did something else. I don't even know what I did at the time. Probably got a job. I remember. Eventually I did. Um, Kids were little. But my point is, we all base our future actions, thoughts on things that happened to us in the past. And we often don't remember the good things we've done or the good things we were successful at. Like it could even be, granted that I was selling cookies, but it could be a relationship, could be lots of things that you were actually pretty successful at. You know, we all have a lot going on in our minds, more so now than ever. And so I look at this app, the Mindtrix app, MINDTRX, as something everybody, I don't care who you are, I don't care how rich you are, how poor you feel you are, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you're dealing with. There's something in this app that will help you with whatever it is you're dealing with. And I don't know anybody or anyone that's not dealing with anxiety. So I'd start there. I'd start there. See you next